Well, at the close of the last trade, I think we had the microphone turned off, but we got out of the 24 and a quarter shorts at 13.50. That was a little bit disappointing. You know, we had a target just a couple points below the 6 area. The 4 area was our target, and didn't get down to the 4 area. Now, if we were traced back up, I think there's a good opportunity for a short in the last hour or so. We'll keep our eye on that real close. We're heavily negative today all across the board. This is the first time the NYSE tick chart has actually rallied. But so we didn't get our target, but we came close. So we'll just look for an opportunity here and see how we're doing up in the near the 18 area. We're at 16 now, 16 and a half. We're going to take the short 16 and a quarter, short 16 and a quarter. We're going to risk to 22. Well, the L period opened up a minute ago. It looks like, if the day looks like we're elongating, and it looks like the destination is, you know, the close of maybe, I can't say the average of the closes because I'm not sure what that is, but it looks like we want to trade down at least to the K period of yesterday. The point of control, or I should say the high volume cluster of that area is 1304s. That's our target. I have 1301 to 1304s marked down on a paper here. For the last hour, we need to sell off about 15 points. I think we can do that. So our stop is above us. It's above the initiative selling that took place between the 1316s and the 1320s. We're at 22. That might be a couple points too high, but that's where it is. And we'll see if we can take the next hour and let this trade work. Well, we almost got stopped out at our 22s there, but it looks like the stop was placed at the right location above that volume cluster. Now we need to break below the 16 and a quarters, and end period will open up in about 15 minutes. Still have a ways to go. So I'm still anticipating a lower low under K. We'll see. If we break out over the L period high though at 22, then you know, it's tough to say. I believe that the auction has been completed, and when I say that, I mean the auction from the low at 1257 up to the Globex high, and then our A period high took out the Globex high by just a bit, and now we have a selling tail in the A period. And that's, if you look at the 10-day distribution, you can see that also, which means the natural rotation is toward the other end of the distribution, which you know, is below us here. It's certainly below 1297, even lower. So, you know, I'm glad I took profit on the first trade. I got in at 16 and a quarter a little bit early, but you know, that is what it is. That's why we use stops, I assume. So we'll just let this run. I guess our target is still down at the 0104 area, or the close. I sure would like to trade it in Globex. You know, if the L period and the M period and N period continue downward, I think the Globex is going to continue downward. Momentum players, you know. So we'll make a decision. Markets are closed tomorrow. Or markets are closed tomorrow, Thursday? Markets may be closed tomorrow. I need to check on that. No, the markets are open tomorrow. They're closed on Friday. Alright, we got all the laggards in on the long side, I guess. And now it looks like the L period is getting ready for the M period to open up in about 10 minutes. And if we can move down a little further in the L period, about halfway into the K period, when M period opens up, we should have no problem taking out the lows. So we'll see if we can continue this momentum to the downside here. The majority of the NYSE tick volume has been below the zero line. Almost always have we traded next to the second standard deviation below the mean. And hardly ever have we closed above the at the second standard deviation, except for this morning's rally into the from the C period low to the E period high. So far so good. Our 16 and a quarter suffered poor trade location initially, and our stop worked well, and now we're heading in the right direction. If we can break under 13 here, we'll make a new L period low. Looks like we're about to break under 13. It bounced up to 15 and bounced down to 13 and bounced up to 15 and bounced down to 13. Now we're back here, you know, between 13 and 15. There we have a new period low. So the L period's going in the right direction. We have 7 minutes to the M period open. If L period continues in this momentum downward, then the M period open should certainly continue. The NYSE tick is making lower lows below the second standard deviation. That's good. That needs to continue so we can break the lows of the 06s earlier into the close, hopefully. And we might get a pretty good target fill. When we get down to the 06s, we're going to be dancing here. Our target's 01 to 04, but 06 would be just wonderful. Here comes the 9s. And period hasn't even opened up yet. So we had that little counter rally pinned right. That was good. We didn't get the best trade location, but we made the trade work. No bragging rights, so came within a point of our stop. J period low is 0675. Well, here comes the 7s. A little bit further. Come on, you can do it. We stalled in the 8s there. We'll pause the video. Alright, here's the 7s. Need a break under this 650, 675 area. Pause the video here. M period just opened up. Now we need to break below this 0675 level. Well, we'll be looking for an exit before this market pops up too much.
If in fact there's a uniform margin on it, I'm assuming you agree with that. You agree with that? I shouldn't make that assumption. No. But if in fact we're looking at the equivalent of a margin call by the delevering of the hedge fund community, where else does that ripple get felt?
Well, and again, you mentioned the materials, the energy, the fertilizer. These stocks have withheld this decline in the market up until recently. Those are the stocks that they're going to sell. As authors many times said, when you can't sell what you want, you sell what you can. And this is not untypical of the later stages of a bear market. Getting to the few sectors that have acted well and selling them off. That's just what's happening today.
Why are you nodding over here, Arthur?
No, I agree. I think we're trying to do a bottoming process here, okay? We did what everybody thought was a double bottom back in summer to beginning of fall. It didn't work. Now we're retesting this one. We cracked that, then we're going to retest those lows again, and we'll see. If Steve's right, those lows will hold, and maybe we can work something out. If we get more of this, however, we could have real problems.
If you were to look at the health of the trading activity away from the epicenter of the issue, so forget the financials, forget all the, and look at not whether it's consumer products or wireless telecommunications or pharmaceuticals, how are the names that are not at the point of impact behaving in your opinion?
Well, if you do look beyond that, you can see some of these sectors that have clearly been the largest downtrends. Take, for example, housing.
Yeah.
The housing group is
In the currency markets, I'm going to keep an eye on the British pound in particular. There are a lot of rumors now that our banks seem to be straightening out, that there may be some problems on the other side of the pond. I'm going to watch and see what the British pound does.
And are you encouraged at all by the strengthening or the relative stability of the dollar today, considering the events of the past 3 days?
I am, but I do think that's still a function of deleveraging of hedges. You know, a lot of them were piling onto the dollar. I think they're stepping back, and that's giving the dollar strength.
All right. Market right now down a couple hundred, gentlemen. Thank you very much. As we take a look at wheat, corn, soybean prices, all have been soaring. That has not been a secret.
Really looking for M period to continue its momentum. That's a little disappointing, getting stuck on a losing trade real quick like that. Boom, boom, boom. Didn't get stopped at yet. Our stop's at 12. Could be some day traders are getting out of the market down here. Intermediate term traders, I think, got short the market. Finished the auction this morning in the opening range from A to E. We'll pause the video. Looks like we're going to attempt to break the low here. 675 is the key. If we can take out 675 more than 2 points, then we should be in good shape. Keep a close eye on this here. I'm running out of time on the video though. There's an area where there's some stop running. Let's see if it's just stop running or if they take it down. We're going to get out of this trade 750 out. The reason we got out at 750 was there's just no momentum to the downside. The New York stock tick chart just stalled, made a little bit lower low, and that was it. So we're going to produce a snippet, call it a day. We've made more than we lost. That's a good day, even though we had some poor decisions. We didn't grade that well on our goals. You can look at the day trading snippets for that. See you tomorrow.